Good evening and welcome to this evening's stream. So, we're going to kick off in just a few moments. I'm just checking everything else to make sure we are good to go. I don't know how much actually I will be covering this evening, given I did stream the other day. So, I was a bit hesitant this evening as to actually whether I was going to stream or not, because I don't think I've got enough content to talk to you about. But yeah, we can talk anyway. We can cover some of the stuff that we covered. So I streamed on Thursday night. I'm assuming obviously not everyone can make it on a Thursday evening. So we'll cover some of the bits that we did over there at that point, and then we'll see how we get on. We might have to cut it short if we run out of things to talk about. But yeah, let's see how we get on. I think we are good. I'm seeing chats come through on the side, so that's always a good start. If that is the right way. That's always a good start. One last one I need to check. Okay, we're good there. We're good there. I think we're good there. Cool. Yeah, let's kick off. So, welcome. It's finally, I guess, I'll kind of say the same thing that I said on the other stream. I mean, this is the first time in a little while Ubiquiti have released not something, but a sort of software update or something that we can talk about. I'm just trying to bring up the community pages because I'm actually trying to see when the last time there was something. I think the last thing that I have was UniFi Network 9.3, which is about a month ago. That's something that came about, and obviously we saw 9.4 this week. Yeah, we saw 9.4. So if we jump in, I just want to make sure that, make sure I've got the right page up. Let's start by going. Let's go through some of the chats first, I guess. So, hey, Frederick, welcome. Yeah, do hit the like button if you are here. Let's see, I don't know how many of you are there at the moment. There's 16 of you. And, yeah, there's only 4 likes. Oh, 5 likes. So, yeah, keep hitting that like button just so it goes further and wide. Any engagement, obviously, very welcome. Hello, Angelo. Good evening. High County PC. Yep, no, High Country PC. I need to get my eyes tested. That's not very good. High County PC. Good evening, Frederick. Yep, Angelo. Any possible series on build an ISP on Ubiquiti hardware? So the UISP stuff is not something I have particularly. Yeah, it's not something particularly that I have played around with too much. It's something I do want to get involved in, but it's not something. Yeah, it's not something that I've played around with any great detail. I think I could probably navigate my way in terms of through the hardware, but that's about it. I've never actually played out with the console or dove any deeper into that. Just 1 second. There's something that's not going through. Sorry, excuse me. Just log into this. Bear with me. Sorry. Make sure this is working as it should be. I know this is not what you're here to see. Just give me 1 second. Let me just get this done and we should be good. Okay, let's hide that one. So, hey Gary, how you doing? Good evening. I know you guys can't see that one, but they should start coming through. They posted a video on Network 9.4. Yes, they have posted a video on that. I did run through it last week, but we'll see if anybody wants to see it again. We can definitely run through that again. Why is the British government funding the invasion of? Okay. Well, I don't think I can quite answer that one. Maybe that's one for the British government themselves. But yeah, sorry, I can't answer that one for you. Is 9.4 RC or full release? I think it is still release candidate. I would expect very early next week for it to probably go full release. If you generally scroll down to the bottom, there's obviously a load of comments that happen and give their feedback and all the rest of it. But if you have a little look down there, and if there's a lot of people saying this isn't working, this isn't working, this isn't working, chances are it's going to take a little bit longer to get to final release. But if you have a look down there, there's a few issues, which is expected. I mean, you do get that generally on most releases. That's why it is a release candidate and it isn't a full release. Some of those will be obviously fixed before the main release. Having a quick look through, I don't think there is, that I've seen anything that's going to be like, okay, there's loads of people raising this, but yeah, it's. I would expect that this is just my assumption. This is nothing directly from Ubiquiti. It just probably maybe very early next week. Yeah, that would be something. But I have been playing around with it a little bit more, and I do have another video coming specifically on object-oriented networking. I think we need to figure out exactly what they're going to be calling it. Are they going to go with object networking? I mean, they've called it object-oriented networking, but I think in their video they call it object-based networking. So it's like I don't quite know which way it's going to go really, or what they're basically going to call it. But I realize obviously you can't see what's going on there as well. So let's have a quick look here. And this is the whole thing, right? This is the biggest one. For me, this was the biggest update. I know a lot of people would have been waiting for things like IPv6. And I realize you can't see me down there. There you go. You should be able to see me now. And I realize some people, yeah, they would have been waiting for IPv6, which there are some additions in there, and I haven't played around with it. I haven't played around with it just yet. But yeah, it's something I do have, hopefully, which will be coming soon. So this is the object networking, and as I mentioned, I've been playing around with this a lot more this week, and it's actually really intuitive and really simple to use. I know a lot of people might complain that something's changing, something's not right, but this is actually quite cool. The master policy table, it just gives you one well, it says right there, right, the single source of truth. It contains everything from your policies, from routing, DNS, firewall, NAT, just all of any sort of policies that you have on your network is set within there. We have some IPv6 stuff. We have some dashboard routing policies and content filtering. This is one I'm hoping to obviously get another video on as well very soon, is the content filtering stuff, because it's changing all the time. And a lot of people will be asking obviously about the block page and how that works, etc., etc. So that's another video I'm hoping to bring very soon. And I think that's it. I don't think there was too much more that really caught the eye that was saying sometimes there are some little things that come about. But there wasn't really anything too much that I saw that was, yeah, I'm sure you get what I mean. But let's go back here. Let's see what else we've got. Thanks, you're welcome. No worries. It just went RC 3 days ago. Yeah, so yeah, 3 days ago. Like I said, I would hope and anticipate that very early sort of next week it will probably go official, assuming there are no huge bugs within it. I hope SuperLink will finally publish in the coming week. Well, I think if we have a look at their website, let's have a look. Does it still show coming August? Yeah, it still says shipping August 2025. That could even be the case that they're going to start taking your orders in August 2025, but they might not ship it or they might not process it until September or October. No, I'm just joking. So hopefully they will do something this week. I mean, I think it's the end of the month this week, right? So yeah, Sunday's the end of the month. So yeah, hopefully we will see something coming very soon. I still haven't got my hands on it. Still haven't played around with it, so I can't even tell you when it's going to arrive, how it's going to arrive, what it looks like. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Looking for a Wi-Fi 7 multi-gig system, UniFi XGS or Asus BT10 or similar. I haven't used the Asus stuff, but the UniFi XGS is a good shout. Just the only thing I will say is keep in mind that it requires PoE++ to power the access points, whereas the XG only requires PoE+. And make sure I got that right before I'm saying something off the top of my head. Tech specs. Where are we? techspecs.ur.com. Wi-Fi. Here we go. Show you my screen. So the XGS requires PoE++, and the XG requires PoE+. So keep that one in mind if you are looking to spec it out. If you do get, I've seen some threads on Reddit about people using the XGS with PoE+, and I don't think it ends particularly well. So just keep that one in mind. It's not the end of the world. You just need to get yourself an injector. You don't have to get yourself a PoE++ switch. You can just get yourself a PoE++ injector, and that would do the job for you. Hopefully that kind of answers your question. If there's anything more in depth you want me to go on, let me know. It's amazing how far they've come with network in the last 12 months since they were on cloud gateways on a bare metal OS. So I was actually going to do a video on something like this. I was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking, not even the last 12, even just the last 6 months since the turn of the year, the changes that have come to UniFi Network has been massive. Now, again, I've seen comments on my videos that a lot of people are not very happy with the change, that they're changing so much, they're not giving them a chance to learn the ecosystem or before they're changing it already. So, but it's one of those things. Ubiquiti is one of those things where they're ever evolving, and they're making that push for the enterprise space, right? So they're going to try and make it as well the best they can to make sure they can get into that space. So if it means making some big changes, I think they probably will, and I think they are heading in that right direction. Sorry, excuse me. Let's have a look at the next one. Any idea of when the SuperLink family of devices are going to launch? Is there a definitive list of sensors yet? Unfortunately, I am as clued up on this probably as you are. We don't have, us as creators, and I say us, I'm probably talking about the general, we don't have any insight in terms of what's coming yet, or maybe some of them do, I don't know. But I definitely don't have any insight as to what's coming yet, how many are going to be coming, and nothing's been sent to us yet. So I'm not sure what that's gonna look like. That being said, I have sat here numerous times on Monday, on a Sunday evening, and the next day something changes. So I think, what was it? What did I say last time? I think I said something about them not releasing something in a while, or something along those lines. And then it literally happened the next day. Oh, actually, no, I think it was a similar sort of topic. It was like, I don't have anything new to show you guys. And it was literally the next day they were like, right, here we go. Here's a new product. And I think that was the audio port, I think, which I still don't have yet. But I think that was one of it. U7 Pro wall, U7 Pro. Can I mount the U7 Pro on the wall vertically? Is there a difference between the two in coverage? So, yes, you can mount it sideways. What's the website? Anyone want to enlighten me? It's about the radiation patterns for the access points. Radiation patterns. Can't remember what. Is it just on a help website? Is it on an article? Yeah, there we go. Let me show you this. I'll post a link to this as well, but just you can quickly Google it, AP radiation patterns, Ubiquiti, and this gives you the kind of the radiation patterns, and it shows you where the colors are and what the sort of the radiation patterns are. So this is the U7LR. Let's go find the U7 Pro. U7 Pro, there it is. So that's the U7 Pro pattern. Shows you just there, and that's the U7 Pro wall pattern. So you can see, let's just zoom in a little bit. So that's orange, that's green, that's blue. So you can see, obviously, the signals out to the side are probably a little bit, the signals out to the side aren't going to be as, let me read that properly. So the antennas are going to be at the top and the bottom in this, as you can see probably from that signal. So it's going to push your signal outwards. And this is going to do a similar sort of thing, whereas this has got more of a 360-degree pattern. This looks to be a bit more, it's not 180 degrees, but it's not going to give you as far wider reach in terms of the wider angles as opposed to something like this. So the wall is designed to be mounted on the wall, but the U7 Pro can be mounted on the wall as well, but it's not something, it's not going to harm if you put it on the wall. So if that answers your question, if it's something that you might think about later switching it to, if it's something that you might switch, later, then you might be better off just with the U7 Pro. Do UniFi have quad band? So quad band would be 2.4, 5, and 6. Yeah, 2.4, 5, and 6 gigahertz bands. So yes, they do. If you want to class it as quad band, I'll probably class it as tri-band. I'll probably be wrong saying that. But yeah, it does have all three frequencies that you can use. Good afternoon, good evening, I should say. AS Networking, how you doing? I like the U7 Pro, but I'm not sure if it will work well in a wall-mounted situation. I wouldn't worry too much about mounting it on the wall or the ceiling. The U7 Pro will still do a good job on the wall mounted. And I think there are, if you do a quick Google, there are probably quite a lot of use cases of people who have mounted it on the wall. U7 Pro. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about mounting the U7 Pro on the wall. So let's have a look. Okay, I know I've said ask me anything, but LLMs aren't my area of expertise, unfortunately. I'm sure there are other channels out there that could probably help you with something like this. I hope that happens again. Yeah, I mean, so do I. It's always fun. Something that happens on something you say, and then the next day something else happens. And then, but I'm always happy to have new hardware. So yeah, definitely. Hello, is this setup right? UDM Pro to aggregation. Aggregation unite then US. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sense of this. So the UDM Pro to the aggregation unit, then a USW 10XG 10 port and a USW both connected to the aggregate. Yeah, that's pretty much the setup of the switch or the topology layout. If you have I'm trying to think. I think it's on their website. Have a quick look if I can find the image of it. Obviously, this would be quite a bit of overkill for you for the setup. But basically, if you just take one side of this, you have your enterprise, you have your gateway, then you have your aggregation switch, and then your switches underneath, so your XG10 and your 24 port Pro. That would then go into the aggregation switch. So yes, you have that layered up correctly. That was probably a bad example to use, but they don't actually have one on their large deployments. They don't have an aggregation switch, which is interesting. But anyway, let's go. So how about the G6 Pro 360 and G6 180 and the AI PTZ? Any idea launch dates and when they'll be in your hands of reviewers so we can learn more about the cameras? I don't, to be honest. So I was actually this was sort of one of my backup things to have in my back pocket to have a chat about towards the end of the stream. But we can have a quick discussion on it now. Excuse me. I was going to actually have a quick look through the website and see what's coming in Q3. So I know definitely of the cameras, you've got the 360 and you've got the 180. So they're definitely coming, or they're saying that they're coming in this quarter. I'm expecting them to arrive. Well, if it says Q3, we're almost in September, and that's the last month of Q3. So I would definitely expect it in the coming weeks, but I can't say when, because we just get told it could be another one of those things. I'm saying I don't know, and we might get a message tomorrow saying, oh, this is on its way, or this is coming. I still can't tell you until they actually release it, but that's probably something that might happen. So keep your fingers crossed, and yeah, let's hope something like that comes about. In terms of the AI PTZ Precision, that just says coming soon, so I'm not expecting this to the later part of the year. So maybe even November, December. It could. That's what I'm expecting for. That one's definitely probably going to push into Q4. But again, these are. I'll put the caveat in there. These are just my speculations. This isn't something that's come official from Ubiquiti or anything that I know in terms of the inside. This is just me, an average user, reading the website and making an assumption about how their patterns generally go. And I think I have a very bad percentage of getting it right. So who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to the 360. I have the AI 360 right here that I'm going to do the comparison against with it. So I obviously want to see how well it is. Obviously, it's a massive upgrade going to a 12 megapixel camera, but I want to see how much of a difference that's actually going to be. And if people need to upgrade, is it worth the upgrade, basically? I wanted to ask your opinion about your experience with the UniFi Express 7. I'm planning to buy a few because I can't pass any Ethernet cabling in my house. From what I've used of it, I've not done too much. From what I've used of it, it's a solid product. If you were looking at the UniFi Express, I would probably be a bit more hesitant because it's not as powerful. But from what I've seen of the UniFi Express 7, it's just as powerful as some of the other gateways, and it has the ability that you can turn it into an AP as well. So you can turn it into an access point and just plug it in, and you can just mesh it to your network. So if that's what you're planning to do, it's definitely something worthwhile doing. Hopefully that kind of answers your question. That wasn't really anything long-winded as such. Good evening, Mark. How you doing? Good afternoon. Did you just wake up? No, I wish I just woke up, but no, I haven't. Do you have any advice on whether I should buy a current model or wait for a new one? In Europe, the Pro model is out of stock. Does that suggest a new version might be coming soon? Let's have a quick look. Let's find out. Let's go. I'm assuming you're talking about the gateway, or you're talking about a switch. I see you're talking about. There's a couple of things. So, oh, wrong camera. There's a couple of things there. So there's a Pro 48, which is out of stock in Europe, and the Pro XG24. If you're talking about the Pro XG24, no, that's just been released, so I can't see that being replaced anytime soon. The Pro 48, it's kind of their entry-level layer 3 switch that they have, which are gigabit ports. So I can't see them changing that anytime soon, unfortunately. In terms of their switch lineup, I have so many video ideas, I just need the time to do them. There you go, there's another 2 switches that are supposed to be arriving as well. The Enterprise Campus S, the stackable version, and the Pro XG aggregation. Anyway, I digress. In terms of their switch lineup, I was hoping to actually cover a video on one of these because obviously there's, how many different models are there? There's 46 different models they have listed on this page. So it's obviously a bit of a minefield as to what that looks like and which one you're going to pick. So that was something I definitely wanted to cover. But hopefully that sort of kind of answers your question. I mean, it's really tough to say. They've done the 2.5 gig switches now, so they've released those with the HD version. They've done the XG version. I can't see them releasing any more. And I'll say it again. I don't have a very good streak when it comes to predicting this correctly. So who knows is the $1 million answer, I guess. Who knows? Yeah, it's almost negligible difference. It's not the best, but it's not far from that. I don't know what that one was referring to. Were you referring to the Wi-Fi 7 access point, maybe? Sorry, I'm a bit slow on the comments today, so when you are writing stuff, but do keep writing anyway. What do you think about using third-party cameras with UniFi Protect? Is it working well, like the Air features Hikvision cameras or an NVR Hikvision? So, UniFi cameras cannot be used with a third-party ecosystem, but you can use a third-party camera with the Ubiquiti ecosystem, so using OMVIF. I have Hikvision cameras, which again, another video I'm planning to do to replace them out with all the different Ubiquiti cameras I have. So yes, it does work as long as you have the AI port. If you don't have the AI port, then it is literally just a camera that records. That's all it does. If you want the smart features like facial recognition, license plate, motion, person, vehicle, that sort of thing, then you need to get the AI port. And it is currently a 1-to-1 mapping at this point. So you need one AI port for one third-party camera. But other than that, I mean, for me, it works well. I don't have an issue, but I've seen some of the quality. I mean, my Hikvision cameras are probably 7-8 years old now, so quite a while old, and they're I think they're due a change. I think actually they're probably more than that. So the image quality is not that great anymore. The interface annoys me so much. So yeah, I definitely want to change them out. Were you at the UniFi World Conference this year? I was at the one in London. Yes, I was there. I also will be going to the one in Miami, hopefully. So for any of you viewers in the US or anybody planning to travel to the US, there is one happening in Miami and one happening in Australia. If we go, where are we here? So UniFi World Conference, these are the two that are going to be happening. So we have Sydney happening on the 8th of October. And then we have the 4th of November happening in Miami. So if anybody happens to be in Miami, feel free to come by and say hello. Obviously, assuming you can get in and you have the ticket to get in. I think this was a repeat question. I waited and then ended up buying one. Are you talking about the Pro model, I assume? The Switch. 180 is meant to be Q3 this year. Yeah, it is supposed to be. Like I said, we're well over halfway through Q3 now. So end of next week, we will be at 2/3 all the way through. So I have a feeling September is going to be September is going to be a very busy month. It seems like there's going to be a few releases, assuming they stick to those deadlines. It's not unheard of for Ubiquiti to change the dates a few a few times, or at least once. So yeah, who knows? Fingers crossed for tomorrow. Yeah, that's definitely you and me both. Let's see what comes about. Just have a quick look here. Sorry, just 1 second. I have something that's not working again. Well, hopefully those will be coming through again. So some of your messages might not see there, and if I have missed anything, just feel free to ask again. I'll try and cover them. I think there's only a few messages missing. So yeah, I really need to find some other software that works better. On the aggregation question, if you look at the store page for the aggregation switch, you see a topology on how to hook them up. So yeah, there you go. You can see that one right there. Thanks a lot. One more. Is it better to connect 2 switches with 2 ports aggregated, so 20 gig, or is it overkill? I don't think there is an overkill with the Ubiquiti setup, but it depends on what you're using it for. If you're wanting to have the higher data rate transfer, you're transferring a lot between, then yeah, go for it. You can do it. But yeah, I'd probably go with a single cable first. And if you find that you are maxing out the bandwidth of that 10 gig, which I would be surprised depending on what you're doing, then you can always just aggregate it if you need to. Well, now this is a bit weird. I went to the US store and the only thing listed in now is the SuperLink HUD. Oh, okay. This gets interesting. I don't know why those messages are not coming through. Right, let's refresh this. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, let's see if that... can someone just ping a message through? I just want to see if this comes through just in the chat. Anyway, let's go to the US store. There you go. So that is definitely coming through now. Okay, never mind. Let's have a quick look here. So we have... So it's interesting, Frederick, that you say you can only see the SuperLink. I can still see the SuperLink family. I can't click on it, but it's still there, and that's the US store. So yeah, maybe it's taking time to propagate through. Maybe there are some changes. Maybe the SuperLink is going to come next month now. Let me have a look at the European store. No, still there in the European store. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, have a look, see if you can find them again. Stock alerts available on Discord, very helpful for grabbing devices. Definitely. Definitely join the Discord if you are looking. I don't have the link to hand. I've only recently just started using it, and it is quite useful, especially when you are looking to get stuff, basically. And what I'm going to quickly do, which just to catch up with some of the questions that I missed, because this is something that always tends to happen. I think it's this one. Let's see if this pops up. There we go. Look at that. Let's go into OBS. All right, let's cover half my face. Maybe I should move this way a little bit so you can see me. Where did we get to? UniFi World Conference. I think we covered that. We covered that. Stock alerts. I have dual 20 gig between my aggregation switch. I push a lot of large video files through. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I mean, there is nothing wrong with it. I think I'm thinking about doing it for me, especially when I'm transferring between my between some items between the computers and stuff. It just helps the additional bandwidth if I need it. I forgot to mention, it was a question about the Doorbell. Oh, the Doorbell Pro. Okay, right. Okay, now that's a whole different question. The doorbell. Let's have a look. So obviously this is something that gets asked quite frequently. I don't want to search it there. This is something that gets asked about quite frequently on the live streams. But I don't have any insight as to when the new doorbell is coming, unfortunately. And it seems to only be the... I mean, let's have a quick look. Oh, on camera. There we go. I mean, if we have a quick look here, it only seems to be the PoE version in black that's out of stock. The white version is still in stock by the looks of it. And the Wi-Fi version, they're both in stock. So this question, I don't know. I mean... I don't really know how much I can say. I mean, this question was asked at the WWDC. I think I've said this on a live stream before, and it was mentioned, but it wasn't one of those things that was like, yeah, this is definitely coming. So I have no doubt that there probably is something coming, but when it's going to come, it's almost like Apple, right? You buy something, and then the next week is just your luck. They release something new. So yeah, who knows if and when they are going to release the next doorbell. I think we're all waiting for it. They've pretty much updated most of their line and introduced some new cameras. Everything has pretty much, in terms of everything, pretty much has 4K as a maximum, and they have their 2K versions. So yeah, who knows what they're gonna bring. Let's have a quick look here. I forgot to mention, yeah, that covered that. Do you have any third-party cameras? How's the image quality compared to UniFi cameras with similar costs? So my cameras that I have at the moment, let me just so I can talk to you. My cameras that I have at the moment, there are Hikvision cameras. I have about 5 or 6 of them left, I think. And yeah, I mean the image quality is okay. There's no issue with it, but obviously they're getting on quite a bit now. They are quite old, so hopefully I am going to replace them out. Other than any of the latest and greatest ones, I couldn't comment on those. I don't know if anybody else in the comments does have any other cameras that they're running, but I couldn't comment on those at the moment because I don't have anything new. I wonder if SuperLink. Yeah, I think we're caught up. So I can click this now. What time are we at? 40 minutes. Okay, not bad. I thought we'd be done the live stream within 20 minutes. I didn't have too much to talk about, but thanks to you guys, we're still going strong with your questions. I wonder if SuperLink Hub will be hard to get once the sensors become available. I think it will be, but I also think Ubiquiti will be keeping a decent amount of stock because I think they're going to realize that it's going to be a popular item. I mean, it's in stock at the moment. I just don't know if people are going to want to pay that double delivery fee. That's the only thing. Unless they're ordering something anyway, then it's no difference. But if they want to order it while it is in stock, I think it will. It'll be interesting to see if they actually bring it out as a package. So when you're buying the SuperLink sensors, do they have a whole package that you can buy together? Or is it going to be like the UniFi Access stuff, right? They have the Reader Pro, they have the Reader Lite, but they've bundled some of it together. So I wonder if they'll have like some of them as bundled as kits. And it'd be very interesting if the SuperLink is there with it. So like the UniFi, I guess, yeah, like I said, the UniFi Access has got the hub with all of them, which is kind of like the SuperLink. I would use it. And then they have the additional items with it, like the sensors. I did search on SuperLink and it did not show up. Never mind. Search only works for sites that have been released. Okay, fine, fair enough. Yeah, the combo pack would be good. I think it. Yeah, I mean, I guess people they're going to be ordering a different amount of sensors, right? Like, I'm just thinking if you go with things like UFi or you go with, UFi or you go with Ring, they had the multi-pack. So they had 4 door sensors, 1 motion sensor, this, and then you could buy all the additional extras. But yeah, you're right. I think I can't see it happening, but who knows? Who knows? I think there's probably more margin to be had when you sell them separately. But let's see how we are getting on. So there are currently 24 of you and 14 likes. So yeah, feel free to hit that like button while you're around. Hey TJ, how you doing? So, and if anybody's wondering, or anybody that joins regularly, I finally had my air conditioning installed, which is right there. It's already linked into Home Assistant as well, which is good. Went straight in with no issues. Someone had done all the fine work for us, getting that integrated. So it's currently nice and cool in my room at the moment, which is great. But I'm not looking forward to the electricity bill, that's for sure. Oops, wrong button there. Didn't mean to click that. Any new videos in the works? So the 2 that I wanted to try and get out this week, assuming nothing else sidetracks it. One was around the UniFi, the object-oriented networking. So I wanted to focus something a little bit more of a deeper dive on that one. So that's something that I was hoping to do. And there was another video that I wanted to do as well. I wanted to do a deeper dive into the firewall, but I think I'm just gonna hold fire on that one for a little bit longer. And I think I'll probably do that maybe in the next month or so, depending on how busy it is, obviously. There was one other video. What other video did I mention earlier that I wanted to do? There was the switch comparison video that I've not done yet. And there was one other thing as well. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, I can't remember what it is. But speaking of, if I go to my channel, if you haven't already, I'm sure you have, those of you that are watching here, the UniFi Network 9.4 update. You can go and check that out. That covers all the basics of what's going to be happening within UniFi Network 9.4 anyway. So yeah, go and check that out if you haven't already. So you're going to show off the new sensors behind you. It's not quite sensors. There's just some lights there and yeah, an AC unit, but there's no sensors here, unfortunately. You've missed you've missed most of the talk around SuperLink. But yeah, it's we're still in the waiting game at the moment. The changes to network over time, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the other one. Yeah, correct. So the other one was going to be how UniFi Network has evolved. I'm going to write these down because I know I end up forgetting. So that one's going to be one that's going to take a little bit of planning, I think, the UniFi Network one. I have a big list of videos that I want to do, but whether I get round to doing them or how much time you have, who knows? I think I need to make my team bigger. You must have some goodies waiting for launch. Unfortunately, I don't at this point. Yeah, I don't have a camera that I can show you my room because it's a bit of a mess at the moment. But yeah, unfortunately I don't have anything of interest to you at the moment, i.e. anything SuperLink related. Do you use Home Assistant for proper notifications? Even with the new alarm manager, it's not enough. CarPlay still hides them. I haven't used Home Assistant for notifications. It's not something. So Home Assistant is one of those things where I want to get into it and I want to spend more time playing around with it, but I literally have a few cameras in there, a few sensors in there, a few Shelly relays in there, and it's literally just an on and off. There's no, it's just a central control board at the moment. There's no automation. There's nothing smart about it. There's nothing. So yeah, there's stuff that I really want to do and play around with Home Assistant, but it's just yeah, it's not something I have time to do just yet. But it's interesting that does CarPlay hide the UniFi Protect ones? Is it the Home Assistant ones it hides? Any idea if I can set up AI recognition to open a garage door if I have no license plate on the front of my vehicle? I would say it depends how well. I mean, if you're using the AI key, you can do the AI search, and you can put car with no license plate. Now, whether it brings that back, whether it brings it back or not, I'm not sure. But generally, you could probably put. How would you do this? I don't think I want to say yes, but I think it's going to be quite tricky. Like you'd have to put the make and the model of the car, or you would have to, if the AI key or the AI on the AI key is smart enough to recognize that the car has no license plate. But yes, it's something that you might need to try. I mean, in the UK, we have to have them on the front and back, so it's not something I've tried without, unfortunately. So aircon in HA, yeah, it's needed. It's needed. I have the AI key. Yeah, I mean, give it a go. It's like I said, it's not something. Do report back because it's something that would be of interest if you are able to do it. Put the LPR camera in front of your driveway, pointing back towards the house, so it reads the back of the license plate. Yeah, that's another idea. You could get it to read the back of your car rather than the front. That's always the problem. So I have a bit of a long drive, and whenever I want to run something down to the front of my drive, I have to think about 10 times before I even want to do it. Yeah, definitely wish you had the ability to. So yeah, like I said, my drive is a long driveway as well, so bear with me. So I think, what time are we at? So we're almost coming towards the hour mark. I didn't expect this one to last the full hour, to say the least. I mean, if there are any more questions, feel free to ping them through. But I'm happy to. I'll give it another few more minutes, and then maybe we'll call it a day. If there's any more releases that come about this week, I will be doing another live stream. Probably be about a similar sort of time, but during the week. I don't think there are any Ubiquiti events this week that we need to be concerned about or thinking about, making sure we're not overlapping. The next one's on the 3rd of September, so you're good. You're good. It is bank holiday, public holiday, long weekend here in the UK. So yeah, who knows? Maybe I'm hoping there isn't tomorrow because we don't get any deliveries tomorrow. So I want to make sure I'm home to get my deliveries. So it'll be on Tuesday if anything arrives, if anything has shipped. That's why I'm making. That is why they make trenching machines. Yeah, I mean it's a pain. It's just one of those things that it gets messy. Really, yeah, agree with you. Hopefully something does come about. I get once a week error, protect auto recovery successful on all 10 cameras. Do you have any idea what this could be? I have not seen this before. It's not something I have seen. I would definitely get this logged. I would log that ticket with Ubiquiti for sure. I know sometimes they don't always give the quickest responses, but I think their support is getting better. And I would definitely give that a go. I'm just doing a quick Google in the background. This is something that was posted a year ago. Not sure if this is your case, but Constant Protect Auto Recovery successful. This guy's basically said the most common for this is the slower SMR 2.5-inch drives. Don't know if that will definitely be the case, but yeah, that's something you might want to consider. But definitely get that ticket logged with the Ubiquiti or post in their forums. Yeah, there's quite a few people that have had this, so feel free to give that a Google, and I'm sure there'll be some helpful tips that come up there. Recently trenched from a pole to the house for my fiber dropped. The clay was brutal. Yeah, I can imagine. I have clay in my back garden. It's a pain. And it's just, I think when we dug out, it was raining as well, and the clay is just sticky. So sticky. Monday's holiday for us on September 1st. I think that's what you guys have, Labor Day weekend. Labor Day on the 1st of September, I think. Yours is the first weekend in September, right? Let's have a look. So, do you have power out there? If so, building bridge. Yeah, it's another option. Or you can do something really fancy and get some solar. Get some solar, turn the DC into AC with an inverter, and then run some power that way. But I can't guarantee that would be very stable though. But I'm sure you definitely probably, depending on where you are, you might get more sun than we do here in the UK. Right, I think I will give it another minute or two. Feel free to pop in any questions if you have any. If not, no doubt I will hopefully see some of you on my stream in the middle of the week, or maybe next week. LPR wouldn't have the chance to read the license plate early enough. I guess, yeah, if it's a short drive, you'll probably be sat there for 30 to 60 seconds while it opens up. Greetings from Italy. I'm on vacation. So I just thought, actually, hi Country PC. What about, I don't know if you can actually do it. Maybe I should actually check on mine. Is there something you can do with geolocation? Let me load up my UniFi Protect and go to Alarm Manager. Or something you could use as a webhook, but it might involve getting in. It might involve getting Home Assistant in. System. Device issue. Settings. I'm sure there must be. I'm missing something here. Sure, there must be something. Sensor, webhook, activity. What about actually what? No, but that'll be for all of them. Never mind. Ignore me. NFC card, fingerprint, ring, sound, motion. Geosensors entry, exit. So, I don't know if I can show you this yet, because I think it's something that's still in early access. No, but that's ID, so that probably won't work. I don't know, I'll have to test it to see what it does. But there's a geofence option. I'm not sure that would work for you, but I don't know if that's Yeah, I'd need to test it to see if something like that would work. Because if it is geofencing on your phone, and then as you enter closer to the drive, you can get it to open up. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I just went on a sidetrack then. Hey, Cyber Army, greetings from Italy. Enjoying your vacation? Oh, very nice. I hope you're having a good time. Yeah, enjoy. Apple hide non-critical notifications, so I can use HA to create critical ones. Be alerted by camera movement. Hopefully Ubiquiti will allow to notify severity. Yeah, maybe. Something I would definitely that you should feedback. Definitely. Set up DSLR. Yeah, definitely. I think that would work a lot better, right? If you have something at another house. Set up an access point porting away from the house. Yeah, well, needs must, right? If you want to be able to read your license plate to open the door, you might as well just have it down the street then. So then it's definitely open by the time you get to your driveway. Right, I think we are almost there towards the hour mark, so I'm gonna call it an evening there. If you have anything, save it for the next live stream. I will definitely be back next. I will definitely be back next Sunday. If there is again something during the week, I may, if I have the ability, I will jump on during the week and we can do a live stream then. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. And as Frederick said, hit that like button on the way out.